Nigeria revived gas pipeline project talks. Ipman warns members not to increase pump price of petrol. And on the foreign scene, heads of Commonwealth countries meeting kicks off on Friday in Kigali.
This is Freedom Global News.
Good evening, you're listening to Freedom Global News on 99.5 FM. I am Zahra Zannah. Today is the 23rd of June, 2022. And now the news in full. The Specialist Crime Team of the Metropolitan Police in London has detained a former Senate Deputy President, Dr. Ike Ekweremadu, and his wife, Beatrice. The Metropolitan Police said two people have been charged with conspiring to bring a child to the UK in order to harvest organs, but the child has been taken into protective custody. Beatrice Unwaneka Ekweremadu, 55, and Ike Ekweremadu, 60, have been remanded in custody and will appear at Uxbridge Magistrates Court today. Charges were brought against the pair following an investigation by the Metropolitan Police Specialist Crime Team. The investigation was launched after detectives were alerted to potential offences under modern slavery legislation in May 2022, the force said. Organ harvesting is the illegal practice of removing parts of the body, often for commercial gain and against the victim's will. The organs that are usually removed are kidneys, liver, lungs, heart, pancreas, intestines, hands, and face. The former Deputy Senate President Ike Ekweremadu and his wife Beatrice have been denied bail by the United Kingdom court. The alleged victim is said to be a homeless 15-year-old boy who was brought to the UK by Mr. and Mrs. Ekweremadu from the streets of Lagos. The case has been adjourned till July 7th. Algeria and Nigeria held talks this week on the revival of a decades-old project to pipe gas across the Sahara, a potential opportunity for Europe to diversify its gas sources. Niger's oil ministry said in a statement following a two-day meeting in Nigeria's capital, Abuja. According to the statement, the three countries have set up a task force for the project and designated an entity to update the feasibility study. The Trans-Saharan gas pipeline is an estimated $13 billion project that could send up to 30 billion cubic meters a year of supplies to Europe. The idea was first proposed more than 40 years ago, and an agreement was signed between the countries in 2009, but progress stalled. The pipeline will allow Europe to diversify its sources of natural gas supply and also give several African states to access this high-value energy source. Energy ministers of the three countries will meet again in Algiers at the end of July to validate the proposals of the newly installed task force, the statement added. President Muhammadu Buhari today received Jamaican Prime Minister Andrew Holness in Kigali, Rwanda, on the sidelines of the 26th edition of the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting and extolled the relations between both countries. The special advisor to the President of Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, disclosed this via a statement. Buhari was quoted saying that the relationship between Nigeria and Jamaica dates back in time to generations ago. He thanked the Prime Minister for strengthening it, particularly on the economic and political fronts. On his part, Holness said Nigeria had been very supportive of Jamaica, with the two countries having commercial agreements in place. Holness agreed with Buhari that the Commonwealth could be more than just a club of friends who have an affinity with the United Kingdom and become an economic powerhouse. All the elements are there: common language, large market, and many others. It can become a serious economic force. And on sports, President Muhammadu Buhari has approved the immediate return of Nigeria to international basketball competitions. The federal government of Nigeria has reserved its earlier decision barring the country's basketball teams from participation in international competitions for 2 years. Muhammad Sani Uba has details of this and other sports updates.
This approval was announced today by the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Youth and Sport Development, Ismaila Abubakar, at a press briefing in Abuja. According to him, the approval was granted following a letter of appeal dated June 17, which was signed by Musa Kida, leader of the Nigeria Basketball Federation Board, and addressed to the Minister of Youth and Sport Development, Sunday Dari. Meanwhile, the Commonwealth Youth Ministerial Task Force announced that Nigeria will be a host for the Commonwealth Youth Secretariat. Ugandan Minister of State for Youth and Children Affairs, Sarah Mateke, made the announcement today at the meeting of the task force, one of the series of events to mark the Commonwealth Head of Government Meetings 2022 in Kigali, Rwanda. Earlier, Nigeria's Minister of Youth and Sport Development, Sunday Dare, indicated Nigerians' interest to hold the secretariat in response to a request by a member on the need to have an administrative infrastructure for young people. In another update, the Super Eagles of Nigeria have dropped one place on the latest World Governing Body FIFA rankings for June, despite their latest run of form in the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers. Nigeria are now the fourth highest ranked country among Confederation of African football teams, with Tunisia replacing them in the top 3. Senegal, Morocco, and Cameroon complete the top 5 ranked African teams in that order. The top 10 teams in the world order are Brazil, Belgium, Argentina, France, England, Spain, Italy, Netherlands, Portugal, and Denmark. And on tennis, Britain's Harry Dart lost her quarterfinal at Eastbourne as she was beaten 6-3, 6-4 by Czech two-time Wimbledon champion Petra Kvitova. However, there will be an all-British quarterfinal as Ian Peniston faces Jack Draper. Peniston reached a second ATP quarterfinal in a week as he beat Spain's Pedro Martinez 7-6, 10-8, 3-6, 3-6. Muhammad Sanoba, Freedom Radio.
The Global News is coming to you from Freedom Radio 99.5 FM. You can send your comments, opinions, and watch us live on Freedom Radio Nigeria on Facebook.com. You can get the link to the page on our website, freedomradio@ig.com. Welcome back. You're still listening to Freedom Global News on 99.5 FM. The Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, warned members of the association not to dispense premium motor spirit, popularly called petrol, above the approved 165 naira per litre pump price. IPMAN, in conjunction with the Association of Distributors and Transporters of Petroleum Products, gave the warning in Abuja following reports that many retail outlets had adjusted the price in their various pumps upwards above the government-regulated rate. The factional national president IPMAN, Chinedu Okoronkwo, admitted that members of the association had called for a hike in petrol price, but noted that the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited had released enough petrol. Okoronkwo further revealed that IPMAN and its partner had engaged the services of Benham Group to recover money owed them for the supply of petroleum products. On his part, the National President, Association of Distributors and Transporters of Petroleum Products in Nigeria, Muhammad Danzaki, said the NNPC had done a lot to import the product, but the main issue is the transportation. For tomorrow's weather forecast in some cities in Nigeria and parts of Niger Republic, unfortunately, weather is not available, and on business, Muhammad Abba Abdullahi has updates.
Oil Marketers Association of Nigeria have urged the federal government to put an end to monopolistic privilege enjoyed by the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC). Chairman of the association, Olumide Adiosun, stated that the current scarcity of petrol was occasioned by supply inadequacy in the last few weeks, as well as distribution challenges created by the inability and continuous surge in international prices of diesel. He added that the market situation was creating more problems for the country, and marketers have consistently complained about their inability to import products due to forex scarcity, raising inflation, including excess and multiple import charges and taxes by the customs and relevant government agencies. Meanwhile, the primary cooking fuels kerosene and gas recorded an 88% price increase within a year. According to the report by the National Bureau of Statistics, the price of kerosene went up by 86.94% in 1 year. Reports say that the average retail price per litre of kerosene paid by consumers in May 2022 increased by 15.21% on a month-on-month basis from 589.82 naira in April 2022 to 679.54 naira in May 2022. The state profile analysis showed that the highest average price per litre in May 2022 was recorded in Enugu with 868.75 naira, followed by Ebonyi with 861.11 naira and Imo with 801.67 naira. Muhammad Abba Abdullahi, Freedom Radio.
For tomorrow's weather forecast in some cities in Nigeria and parts of Niger Republic.
Kano tomorrow morning is expected to have sunny intervals and a gentle breeze at an average temperature of 24 degrees Celsius and later increase to 32 degrees Celsius with a gentle breeze. Katsina will experience the same weather condition at an average temperature of 26 degrees Celsius and later increase to 34 degrees Celsius with a clear sky and a gentle breeze. Kaduna is expected to have light rain showers and light wind at an average temperature of 22 degrees Celsius and later increase to 28 degrees Celsius with a gentle breeze. Abuja will experience the same weather condition at an average temperature of 23 degrees Celsius and later increase to 29 degrees Celsius with a light cloud and light wind. Lagos is expected to have sunny intervals and light wind at an average temperature of 24 degrees Celsius and later increase to 29 degrees Celsius with drizzle and a gentle breeze. Moving to Niger Republic, Maradi is expected to have sunny and a gentle breeze at an average temperature of 27 degrees Celsius and later increase to 35 degrees Celsius with a clear sky and a gentle breeze. While Zinda will experience the same weather condition at an average temperature of 28 degrees Celsius and later increase to 37 degrees Celsius with a gentle breeze. Rahima Chitu, Freedom Radio.
And on the foreign scene, heads of government from Commonwealth countries will meet in the Rwandan capital, Kigali, on Friday and Saturday to tackle challenges from climate change and poverty to the food security crisis triggered by the war in Ukraine. Hawa Adamikiawa has more details and other updates.
The Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting and the Kigali Summit were supposed to be held in 2020 but were twice delayed because of the COVID-19 pandemic. The Commonwealth includes 13 countries in the Caribbean and the Americas, 19 countries in Africa, 3 in Europe, 8 in Asia and 11 in the Pacific. It has a combined population of 2.5 billion. Most heads of government of Commonwealth countries will be there, including Nigeria's Muhammadu Buhari, Britain's Boris Johnson and Canada's Justin Trudeau. Leaders are expected to discuss souring relations since May between Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of the Congo, as rebel groups, which Kinshasa accuses Kigali of supporting, have launched their most sustained offensive in a decade. On Monday, Kenya announced the deployment of the Eastern African Community's regional force in DRC to quell the violence. Climate action will also be on the agenda as climate change remains a major concern for the bloc. Recent weather events and longer-term climate trends, including heat waves, extreme temperatures, droughts, cyclones, floods and rising sea levels afflict most of its member states. Trade among member nations, a recurrent topic of discussion, will be included as well. Meanwhile, Germany moves closer to rationing gas today as it raised the alert level under an emergency plan after Russia slashed supplies to the country. Economy Minister Robert Habeck told reporters at a press conference that gas is now a scarce commodity in Germany. Triggering the second alarm level under its action plan brings Germany a step closer to the third and final stage that could see gas rationing in Europe's top economy. Habeck said the development reflected a significant deterioration of the gas supply situation. Germany, like a number of other European countries, is highly reliant on Russian energy imports to meet its needs. Russian energy giant Gazprom last week reduced supplies to Germany via the Nord Stream pipeline by 60% due to what the company said was a delayed repair. But Germany has brushed aside the technical justification for the move instead of calling it a political decision. Habeck said Russia was using gas as a weapon weapon against Germany in retaliation for the West's support for Ukraine following Moscow's invasion with the aim of destroying European unity. Hawa Adam Kiawa, Freedom Radio.
And with that, we've come to the end of today's Global News. On behalf of the entire production team and I, Zahra Zannah, thank you for listening.